Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Anna. I will be your instructor for this course. Python is one of the most popular languages and you can do cool stuff with it. Like for example, how I built Igrenia, which is an app that answers your guys' DMs on TikTok using AI, of course, integrated in it using something we call APIs. In this course, I'm going to take you from zero, from day one, all the way to OOP as well as recursion. So be sure to be here each and every week so that you can get all the amazing things a beginner needs to know for them to become advanced and start building their own projects. Throughout the course, you are going to build one amazing project that you're going to add on to each and every week. So be sure not to miss a week. But if on the course rather is Python for complete beginners, I mean complete beginners, I mean that when I say that, right? Don't you dare doubt yourself. Okay, now the learning objectives, right? I want you to feel like I am actually, not even I can become, but I am a programmer. From today you are. The materials that we are going to need to write your very first Python program and discover that programming is a skill anyone can learn. They're here displayed on the screen. I'm not going to say all of them so that we can just jump into the lesson. I don't want to overwhelm anyone today. Okay, then we have the lesson flow. Now this is part one, right? Okay, let me get right into it. Let's just skip that. Okay, so this part is mostly for one-on-one sessions, but we can still have it here, right? So on the comment section, let me know what made you interested in programming. Have you ever written code before? What would you like to build one day? And the best answer is gonna win something big that I'm gonna talk about through the video, somewhere in the video, right? So be sure to watch till the end as well. Lesson now, it is programming without code. How is that possible, right? How is that possible? Well, it is possible, right? So what we're going to do, this is the activity. We are going to skip everything yet. We are going to write a tiny Scratch project. So if you've ever heard of Scratch before, then at least you have an idea. If not, you're okay still. So we are going to make a cat say hello. How's that cool? So, and then we are going to make a sprite moves when clicked. So my screen is visible. I'm going to open a new tab. And then right there, we are going to search scratch.mit.edu because I'm used to searching this one is already appearing here. But everything, what you are going to do is you are going to sign in here, right? So let me sign in as well. Perfect, right? And then you can also confirm your email, but no need. What we're going to focus on is up here, this create button. So I'm going to click create. You guys, but do you even remember what I said we are going to do? So yeah, welcome. This is where we at, right? So there's actually a video where I explain Scratch, so I'm not going to draw much or just explaining, but we are going to get right into it, right? We're going to make the cat say hello. And as you can see, we have our cats here. So I'm going to make this cat say hello. I think I wanted to just say it verbally. So I'm going to drag hello and there we go. Okay. So while my cat is not saying hello because I want to see hello, so you know those speech bubbles, I want it to look like that. So if you know what's happening, if you don't know, it's okay. So what's happening is we have to actually use an event so that we can start running the code, right? Okay, if you don't understand what that means, you're gonna see it more. Just keep
going. We're doing great, by the way. So I'm going to click now the green flag, and then you can see. So this is an event, right? Even us as humans, when we make decisions, we make them based on the tsugu, right? We make them based on it's 8 o'clock, let's go to work, right? So even here the program, it will not know what you intend to do unless it can read your mind, right? So technology is not that advanced yet. Sure, it'll get there. I'm so fascinated by AI as well and what it's going to do. It's scary, but yeah, it's also amazing. I really love it. So now this is called an event, and you can see here when I click the flag, it's gonna say hello. Click the flag, say hello. Then to stop running, I just click stop, right? Okay, that's it. So you wrote your very first program. You can play around with Scratch and do amazing things, right? The amazing courses about Scratch. We are not going to spend most of our time here. We are going to jump into code because things are about to get down. But I'm gonna guide you step by step because I understand how it feels like. I do. So I'm gonna show you what you can do. No, I don't want to leave. I don't remember where you click to see the stuff. Oh, there we go. Nice. There we go. This was my first program that worked, and I got to see things come alive. Here. So I'm gonna just show you what's happening here. I'm just gonna run. You remember, for us to start running the program, I actually used the when green flag event. So that's that. What is your name? My name is Anna. The counter like continuously like so yeah, the context here, as you can see, this is my variable, and then it was set to 0, and then we all change the variable by 1, right, when the mouse pointer is clicking on it. So yeah, you can do amazing things. You can create any project that you want. So now the fun is taken to something that looks like words and all of that. So let us go. Okay, I'm gonna close this tab and we're gonna open another tab, right? So the next tool that we are going to use is now the code editor, right? So you don't need to install everything. I'm gonna search cs15.dev. So if you already have a coding environment where you write your code, right, then you can use that. It's okay. It's really okay, but you really have to try this one. It's so nice. So we're gonna let it switch. Okay, so here, as you can see, it says CS50 adaptation of code spaces for students and teachers, right? So you log in, you see that Caterpillar, it resembles GitHub, right? So first things first, you have to log in using a GitHub account. So I'm gonna open another tab and we're gonna search GitHub, enter. Okay, so you see GitHub, we're gonna click here and sign in, sign up. So you can see, guys, I already have an account, but it's gonna be direct, right? If you jump into any hoops, do comment down. I'm sure that there are so many people who can help. We have an amazing community here, right? So do comment down below, or also check out our WhatsApp group. That's where you guys can posting your questions. I think it's so much better there than here on YouTube. So if you feel like then do comment check out my WhatsApp down there, and then just say add me to WhatsApp group, and then if you have a question, then do pop a question there. Okay, so now that we have a GitHub account, we are going back to what we call Visual Studio Code. So this is VS Code part 4, CS50, and yeah, let us log in now. So okay, let us let it load. It's moving here, and nothing is loaded as yet. I'm gonna walk you through this, and I've already done in another video. I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna use today. If you need more, if you have more questions, remember our WhatsApp group. Okay, so here we have exploring PCs highlighted. Now I highlighted it, just click, it's highlighted. And then here you see your files, folders, and so much more. But let's focus there right now. Down here we have a timeline. As you can see, 4 weeks ago, 1 month ago. This is like where your code is saved. So your code is saved for you automatically. So in case you lose your work, just come back to the timeline and click down. And you're gonna see that it is showing you the one that was saved on June 24. So you can copy whatever it is that you need, but we don't need that for today. Done. I just click the exit to exit, right? Okay. Then you go down here, we have problems, output, debug console, but now terminal is the one that is highlighted. This is what we want to focus on. And then this is where we're going to type in our commands to run, to see the output, to create files, etc. Right? So I'm going to walk you step by step. Then this dollar is a prompt. It just tells you write your code right here. That's it. It has nothing to do with money or currency. So another thing is you can see that we are inside app.py, and it's also highlighted up here. So now you are ready to start writing the first program. Part 4. Okay, so this should take about 15 minutes of your time. We are going to create and print something like, we're going to write this line together, print hello world together. Are you guys ready? Let's go back. Okay. So before we start doing anything, we are going to create a folder together using a command. If you feel like this is too much, you can just click here to create a folder. But let us explore the fancy way of using a command. Maybe in the next session, I'm going to show you how you do this, but just by clicking new folder there, you can create it. So the first command I'm going to use is cd. This just means change directory, enter, right? And then we are going to type mkdir space. This means make directory. A directory is your folder. So what are we going to call it? We are going to call it anything we want, and I'm going to be very specific in terms of like, I'm going to write everything in lowercase, and instead of using a space, I'm going to use an underscore. So we're going to call it the first lesson, or let's just call it introduction. Introduction, and then enter, and something did happen even though we didn't see it. So our folder is created. I'm gonna click cd again, space, but this time I'm gonna click intro introduction. Okay, that is messed up. Introduction, right? Okay, so let me just zoom in because so they can see. Yes, I hope now you guys can see clearly. So we have cd introduction. Okay, I'm just going to close this so that we focus here. Don't worry about this as well. Okay, so change directory means now move or open this folder so that I can put something in here. Open this folder and I click enter. So now you can see it says introduction and slash, then the dollar comma. This means now we are inside introduction. The slash means it's a folder. Okay, then now we are going to create a file. Likewise, you can click here on the Explorer. Click here to create your file. But just to give us more control, we are going to use commands again. So to create a file, you simply type code space and then the name of the file. We are also going to call it introduction, or maybe something precise like lesson 1 underscore 1. And then we don't forget the .py file extension. This tells the compiler. Don't worry about what that is, but this tells us that this is a Python file. For example, even your files, if you can go to the file explorer, just to let you. So it is code lesson1.py, right? So we are going to click enter, and then now we see we have lesson1.py inside the directory introduction. I'm gonna click explorer and we'll see that we are exactly there, right? Okay, now that you guys are ready, here it is the code editor. This is where your code is going to be written, right? So if you think of these things as separate parts, earlier on we couldn't write code and run it on the same thing, right? On the same platform. So just know that even they are in the same area, they are not the same thing. You cannot write your code here, you write it exactly there and it says 1. Okay, so we are going to type PRINT. If you watched my previous video, you definitely know this one. We want to guide you step by step if you're still here. So what do you guys think this is going to show us? So to run our code, this purpose there is to just write code. Then now we go down, we want to run our code. We use Python, then the name of the file, which is lesson underscore 1.py. Python space name of the file .py, lesson1.py, right? Okay, then you click enter. Yes, you did it. So you wrote your very first Python program and it's saying hello world, right? Hello world. Okay, you guys did it. You did it, and I hope that you are also typing the code and making sure that you understand, because that is where the learning is at. Okay, is the very most important. I am not just helping you to just learn from me, but I'm also teaching you how to teach yourself to learn, which is very important, right? Okay, so the objective here is for me to introduce you to independent learning, explain that professional programmers don't memorize everything, which is very important. I know myself, I'm not so perfect in memorization, so that is why I love coding so much, because you don't have to memorize everything. You just have to use your brain, right, to solve problems, because this is what it is all about, right? So instead, what we do, we know where to look for information, and I think this is a good one, right? Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Perfect. Okay, so this independent learning starts from CS50 AI, which is the DAG. Interesting, right? So with coding here, I wouldn't advise you rather to go to ChatGPT and say, write this for me, I want to solve this. I would really emphasize in terms of like, do your own work, right? But we can still use AI in a responsible way. So down here on this menu, where did the dark X? Okay, so let me just click this away. Sometimes the dark does appear, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed there was a dark icon here. So I'm gonna just click here and we're gonna go to number 3 where it says CS50 DAG debugger. So this was created by Harvard themselves. Here we have the DAG now. So you can ask questions here, but you cannot ask questions like write code that prints hello learners you learn, right? So I'm gonna yes, I love this. So I'm not gonna read everything, right? But I can't write that code for you, but I'm happy to help you learn how to do it yourself, right? So in C, printing text to the screen is done with the printf function. So we are learning Python and not C, so you can see that you can be specific with that. And then it says give it a try and let me know if it gets stuck. So this is built for you to learn, not for you to cheat, right? Okay, so maybe we can write something like new programming, right? So if print helps me put X on the screen. And I'm just making this up, guys. Whoa, it's getting dark. Like, can I manipulate print and what is print referred? What is print referred to? Okay, I know my spelling right there, but that's not. Yeah, but now it's saying great questions. Great questions. Welcome to programming. To clarify some terminology in C. So in C, yes, but the function is actually printf. Okay. Then we can clarify and say I was actually talking about Python, right? So this is a very important tool because sometimes you get bugs that you don't understand and you need to learn because you can't understand it. You just can't teach you everything. That is why I teach you to learn. Okay, now we have the second tool there. We have the Python documentation. This is very important, very important for you to learn how to use it. So I'm gonna open another tab and we are going to type together Python space documentation. There it is. Okay, then I'm gonna scroll down. I see it here, Python 3.14.6. I'm gonna click there. Then we're gonna go to library reference. 1, 2, 3 library reference. That is where we go to. Name. And then we're gonna land on this page right here. No need for you to read everything. You just go to the table of contents whenever you need something. And I'm gonna guide you through that. So we're doing print, right? Print is a built-in function. So now here you can use ChatGPT. You don't know where print is inside the table of contents. I still do this as well. If I don't know where to find something, then you ask AI. Then it's gonna tell you it's inside built-in functions, right? I'm gonna click here. I'm not sure why it's that. Down to P. Okay, there we have print. I'm just gonna click here so that we go to print exactly. and then it's like scary, right? But don't be scared. Here we have the print function, and you can see the parentheses opening there, right? So you don't worry about a lot of things here. What you look at is what you're looking for. You look at print and the parentheses. So if we had an example, some functions do have examples, some don't. So there is no example for print here, but we already saw the example using the print function. Then you just go inside the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we have the first thing there with an asterisk. It is called objects, right? Objects simply just mean what you type inside, like what you did type, your string, your number, whatever it is that you want to print, and then it says comma, right? So the comma now introduces us to something else, which is like step, right? And then we have a comma, we have and. A comma, we have file equals to none. A comma, we have flash equals to false. So that's why I say we don't memorize everything in Python. So let us say that I'm just going to explain objects, step and end. File, ignore it. Flash, ignore it. But if you want to know what it means, copy the whole thing like this. Copy this part here. Oh no, like this. You can even use your debugger as well. Copy like that, right? Then you go back to your debugger inside here and paste it and ask it to explain it to you, right? Okay, so object, as I said, is what you type in, which is what we typed in was hello world. That is our object. The comma there tells me that I can type in something else, like maybe 1, right? Let us rerun our projects. I'm just going to click the arrow, this up key, and the previous command will appear. So save time, enter, and then you can see it says, oh, sorry about that, I'm going to enlarge the terminal, hello, comma, world 1. You see? So that means we can add as many objects here as you want. Are doing great, right? I'm gonna rerun the program again to show you guys up here, run, and you can see hello world 1, you are doing great. So can you see that you can add as many objects as you want? That is objects, yeah? Then Sagula, we go to step, right? So these commas, they don't mean that everything must be like objects and then you must follow by step, because at first, just by using object, you can use the print function, right? Okay, now if we decide to use step, whenever you see an equal sign associated with a word, you know that this is default. This is default. Default means it is automatic, right? So if you feel overwhelmed, do pause, do take notes, and rewatch if you need to, right? So because this is important now to understand. So whenever you see a word associated with the equal sign, this is default, right? Okay, let me show you what I mean. We're going to call exactly that. Step, comma, step, exactly the way it is written in the documentation. Step equals to, and then we put something here. Let us put maybe this like as a string. And remember, inside the documentation, it uses single quotes. You can use double quotes or single quotes as long as you are consistent with your quotes. I love using double quotes. I'm going to use double quotes here as well. Then I'm going to rerun my program. So I want you to see the difference. I'm going to click up key, enter. Can you guys see the difference? Hello world. Then we have that percent symbol, 1%. You are doing great. I'm not sure why it's stuck here now. So now we are seeing that there's a percentage symbol in between each and every argument. So this is an argument. We have a percentage, argument 1, percentage, and then the last argument. Okay, so this tells you that SEP is default, it is automatic. So I'm gonna remove SEP, and I want you guys to see the difference, as I said. So if I remove that, I run my program again. So we have hello world space 1 space, you're doing great. So this tells you that SEP is automatic. SEP is telling print that after each and every object, put a space. After each and every comma where we have an object, put a space, right? Because with computers, you have to literally tell them exactly what to do. Just like your little sibling, who is, I wanted to tell them to do this, they can't think ahead, right? That's how the computer is like. You have to be precise in what you are trying to do. Instructions must be clear. I hope we understand that. Now let us move to AND, right? Which is also my favorite in terms of like how do we manipulate things. But after you guys saw SEP, comment down below what you think AND will do before we move on. Yeah. Now let's do AND. Right. AND is also default. I'm going to come back to print, put a comma there, and then type AND exactly as it is typed on documentation. And I'm gonna open my code, and then let's just say maybe we put 7, 9 right here with spaces like that. Okay, then I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna run my program up here, run the program. Hello world 1, doing great, still right now. But then we have a space, we have 79, we have space, and then we have the name of the folder on the same line. So AND was doing exactly that, giving you an automatic new line. And you see that. So you can play around with this default parameters. So I'm gonna run the program to show you that it is actually giving us a new line. Now introduction is on the new line. That was a lot, snap. I'm gonna clear everything. Take a deep breath and don't be hard on yourself. Obviously, when you see something for the first time, you won't understand. So be sure that you give yourself time. And I love that this is a video that you can watch again and again as much as you want. That was the documentation, very important, right? To self-learn. Okay, now let us move into our last tool, the course notes. My favorite so far. All of them are my favorite, but this one is my favorite, right? So because one of my goals is not just to teach you Python, it is to teach you how programmers learn. And I was self-taught, and it will rough, like a V-route. And actually our self-learning is definitely the course notes, right? It is a structured guide that helps students revise concepts, complete homeworks, and prepare for projects between lessons, right? So I won't explain much about it. Let's just look at it. I created it using the notes that I use in between lessons, right? So that it is easy to navigate and easy for beginners. It is indeed a Python beginner notes, and anyone can get their own code. So as you can see, this is the first page. It is simplified, practical, easy to understand. Okay, let us see what that means in action. I'm gonna scroll down to page 2. This is just the copyright. and then page 3 should be the table of contents, page 4 rather, as well as page 5. And then now let us get to the real deal. So it starts by that energy, okay? The coding journey begins. So we have the topic above, which is comments. Even though comments are very basic, I started with comments, right? So I'm kind of cheating you guys a little bit, but I just wanna show you what it does. It has simple sentences. Comments are simply notes written for the programmer. As a beginner, like, I would understand what that means. And then what's most exciting is it shows you up here that this is a comment that's, that hash symbol, and then the key tips as well as a fun fact. That's it. And then it keeps the same structure with all the topics. So without spoiling everything, I'll just go back. Guys, do grab a copy. This is very helpful. It starts all the way from comments, as you saw, up until just a nice summary. We also have a preview of functions as well. That was a lot, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go back so that we can finish what we came here for. That we have the documentation, you guys saw that. We have the course notes. We also have that amazing DAG. So you have to learn how to learn. Why in the world would you memorize something that you can simply search on Google? So I would rather utilize most of my time learning how to learn, right? Actually learning the code, practicing the code instead of memorizing. I hope you guys get the point though. Okay, so our amazing part 6 is for one-on-one sessions. I get to ask them, like those questions and get to understand if they do understand. If not, I do prolong the lesson. This is lesson 1, but I do make it another lesson as well, and then I just tweak things around. So if you guys want a one-on-one, do check out the link in the description box below. And then we have the common beginner mistakes. These, like, you guys should really look at those ones. You can even pause here, like just pause here, right? Because we will all make mistakes, right? And it's okay. We learn by mistakes, by the way. If you are not making a mistake, you are not even learning. Even now, today, I also do make mistakes. So feeling nervous before writing any code, this does happen to all of us. We think that code is scary, but just writing that one line can feel intimidating when you're starting, right? So write the code, man, run it. It will crash, but it will not break your computer. So do not worry about that. And then the second one is thinking programmers memorize everything. I just emphasized on this one earlier on, so I won't dwell on it as much. The third one I have on my list is believing mistakes mean they aren't good at programming. This is crazy, bruh. To learn how to ride a bike, rather you must fall, right? So if you don't fall, then I don't know what you do. To learn anything in life, you must make mistakes. So mistakes are part of the journey. If you are scared of making mistakes, then you have to reevaluate what you are doing, right? Because with code, we will all make mistakes, like simple mistakes, stupid mistakes. We laugh about it, we move on. The fourth one on my list is forgetting to save your file. Okay, with my beginners here, you guys saw that we're using the code environment, which is on the web. It's connected to GitHub, right? But don't worry much about it. Don't worry much about that. You guys saw csvt.de as we opened it rather on the browser, and you remember I showed you the timeline, ne? So you don't have to save your code will be saved for you automatically. But when you are done with this course, you will install Python in your PC, or if you have already installed it, that's beautiful. Don't forget to save your files, because your work might be lost forever if you don't do so, and that is so sad. Okay, the last one is confusing the editor with the terminal. What is the editor? The code editor is where we write the code, and we call it the editor. You guys saw that because it like highlights everything, whatever. I came up with that. Okay, so then it is different from the terminal. The terminal is where we run the code, the code editor, it is where we write the code. So it's so different. They are not the same. They are not the same thing. Even though they're in the same environment, they are not the same thing. I don't know how to emphasize this much, but I'm just gonna give you an example and I hope it makes sense. So when you save files on your phone or your device, anything PC, right? You save them with an extension. For example, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but if you save a picture on your phone, it is saved as a JPEG. This tells the device that this is an image, right? An image, which is like a photo. If you save a code, Python code is going to have that .py extension, right? So when you open it, it's going to take you back to VS Code, because VS Code is the application that opens the code. Then for you to see what the code does, you have to run it on the terminal. But we're just going to do a quick recap, and I hope you guys didn't just go through the video, but you will come back, you will do the coding, you will ask questions, because that is definitely how we learn. And when it gets difficult, it's definitely okay. Just spend most of your time learning what is difficult for you. So today you have an achievement that you unlocked. You have built your first Scratch program, and please don't just build that simple program. Build something that you've always wanted to build, even though it's messy. You saw my first project is very messy. And then you also created your first GitHub account, which is going to be very crucial in the future, and you're going to learn more about it. You wrote your first Python program, which was very exciting. Most of my students are excited with this one. They're like, yay, I did it. And you did it. And then you ran your code successfully, even though maybe you might have bugs, but at the end of the day, you ran the code. There is nothing frustrating like writing code that doesn't run, right? So you did it. And then lastly, you started to think like a programmer, which is very important. Thinking like a programmer is like, this is the problem, these are the steps, this is how I'm going to solve it. So yeah, this is our first video on this amazing journey that we're going to take together. 32 or more lessons based on whatever happens along the road. I hope that you won't give up. You give it your best. If this is for you, you will definitely stick around. Okay, my last thought is I hope and I wish you guys all the best with your Python journey. It's gonna be hard, but don't give up. Don't forget to like, subscribe if this brought any value to you. Bye.